All right, guys, here we go. It is Wednesday, May the 5th, and this is what we covered for today. So for review, remember we started a brand new objective yesterday. Objective 203, which is all about production and manufacturing. So this first one, taking raw tomatoes, chopping, cooking, and straining them into tomato juice is an example of which form of production. This is processing. Potatoes are farmed, sliced, and bagged with air to produce Lay's potato chips. What type of manufacturing is this? Remember, this is all of your steps. So this is materials processing. So you're taking materials and you're processing them into a final product. You see your potatoes here. This is extraction. This is processing, and then going into a machine to put into an aired bag. That is manufacturing. So all three are called materials processing. All right, using processed tomato juice to create canned spaghetti sauce. This is manufacturing because you got your finished product, but you're just putting it into a can. So that's manufacturing. And then which form of production is illustrated by growing tomatoes? This is extraction and cultivation. Okay, so our new stuff today. So we're continuing with objective 2.03. All right, so mass production. This little guy, check him out. This little unicorn little guy eating the cupcakes. This is an assembly line. So you've got all these same exact looking cupcakes going down this assembly line. This is mass production. So mass production is just the process of producing a large amount, a huge quantity of the exact same identical products. So stuff like this water bottle, sneakers, cell phones, masks, pencils, most of the stuff that we buy, that we sell, that we drink, and that we eat is mass produced. Our clothing, yeah, pretty crazy. But most of that stuff is mass produced in a manufacturing plant. So I gave you several examples: Krispy Kreme donuts, Ford assembly line, Nike sneakers. There's a bunch of stuff that's mass produced. All right, next, when a company is mass producing a product, what they do is that they pull random ones off the assembly line and they do a quality check. So they just inspect just random sample products just to make sure that that batch is being made correctly. And they can either accept or reject, that entire batch. Yeah. And then if it's adulterated, that just means that it's not right. It's not pure. So if we get this pencil and we're, mass producing this big pencil, and I see that, right where my customer would hold the pencil, there's a nick where it would irritate my customer's hand. I'm going to kick out that whole batch because it's been adulterated. Okay, and that's sampling. And then we have custom manufacturing. So custom manufacturing is when you take a product and you make it custom to yourself. Like if I put Miss McDonald's team on a t-shirt, or if I get a coffee mug and I've got, my favorite dog, which is a poodle, actually printed on it intentionally, and I say, Sadie, which is the name of my poodle, that's customization. That's custom manufacturing. So it's the process of taking a product and making it exclusive to you. So perfect example with that would be a prosthetic limb. So soldiers in the military, they're in a military accident, their leg gets blown off, maybe halfway, has to be amputated, so they need a prosthetic limb. So that prosthetic limb for their arm or their leg will fit specifically just to that person. Okay? Or a sign for a business. You've got a small business and you make that sign specifically for your company. That is custom manufacturing because it's exclusive to you. All right, an assembly line, we kind of touched on that before. So that just takes a product and it moves past workers, and then they can just kind of work with the machines, work with certain parts of the process. But most of the time with the assembly line right now, everything is automated. And then you got a few employees here and there just making sure that the flow of the product through the machines is going smoothly. So on assembly line, the product just moves past workers or machines, and it actually adds to the product one step at a time. Just like this sandwich, making the sandwich would be an example of an assembly line. Even making the subs at Subway is an example of an assembly line, but you've got a person doing the assembly line, not machines. Now, automation is when that assembly line is completely automatic. So those products are going through that assembly line by machine operation. So tasks are completed automatic, using automated technology. Okay, and that just reduces human labor. So instead of these folks making the Subway sandwich, you've got machines that are actually making the sandwiches for you. That's automation. And then you've got batch production. So let's say that, you know, in this next batch, I'm going to produce 10,000 big pens. So a batch is just a group, like a batch of eggs or a batch of pencils, a batch of water bottles. It's just a group. So it's production of a specific amount, 1,000. All right, so this is an example of mass production or assembly line or automation. This is definitely customization or custom manufacturing. This is also custom manufacturing, the Golden Gate Bridge. This is mass production or automation or assembly line. The White House curtains are definitely custom, so this is custom manufacturing. Ford producing the 100,000th hybrid. This is an assembly line or automation or mass production. This is custom manufacturing. This is definitely custom made. Now, dispatching, that's when you actually get a product started. So think about a police officer, somebody calls 911 and they've heard gunshots. So a police dispatcher will send out the police officers. So the word dispatch is used in a lot of different organizations and businesses. With a manufacturing company, dispatching just means, okay, let's go ahead and get started to make this product. So it issues the orders for production to begin. Let's go ahead and start this batch of 10,000 Aquafina water bottles. So dispatching is just getting the order started. And then follow-up is just making sure that, you know, everything that was supposed to take place did. So you're just making sure that that product meets standards. So yep, the label is here, the top is here. So you're just following up to make sure that that product looks and feels and tastes like it's supposed to. And then the last one, what is the purpose of continuous process improvement? This is just follow-up, but this is the formal term for following up to make sure that your company is doing the right thing. So with continuous process improvement, you're trying to reduce errors, which are mistakes. You're trying to recycle or be more efficient. You're trying to not to waste as much time. You're just trying to improve your overall manufacturing process by seeing, okay, what can we do better? How can we save time? How can we save money? How can we reduce waste? And how can we reduce errors? And that's what we covered for today. Just remember, you're doing your little paragraph or little summary about your research from your toxic ingredient. That's in Canvas. Remember, that's due tomorrow. So make sure you guys get that into me. And then do your exit ticket, and I'll see you guys later.